for third at the next Sensate 9 Masters. Now, Hyun Kyung. 8 times a winner on tour, a couple of runner-up finishers in back-to-back weeks. At the end of April and the beginning of May. Just outside the top 20 last week at Sunning Point. Pars don't hurt, given the pace of scoring that we've seen thus far in the early go. Hyun Kyung, always love how she gets into that left side, that left hip, right to the impact area. And leaking a little, gonna have to get a soft bounce. Okay, got it. Stays in the short stuff. And so it's a nice angle for Hyun Kyung. It's a very nicely played shot. Excellent distance control. Hyun Kyung, after that excellent second into 6, can she convert? No, didn't hit it hard enough. Did not look like the most positive stroke, and that's a good chance squandered for Hyun Kyung. For her, she's got the ability to switch gears, the speed of her irons. This could just be an off-speed 8. Don't have to jump on a 9, especially with a bit of help in the air. You know how good she is with a flat stick. If she just hit it right about where No Seong Hui's ball is, maybe a little short right of it, it's definitely in the make zone for her. Whatever it is, you just got to be committed, especially with this elevated tee. Yes, you do hit it a little further coming from elevation, but if you don't nail your start line, that just means the ball's got a whole lot more time to wander offline. Safe to say, I think she pulled the right club in the end. Excellent shot. So Hyun Kyung up the hill. Wasn't the most convincing with her birdie putt on the previous hole. You're going to need some speed to get this one to the cup at 7. Again, just lacked a little conviction. Looks like that breeze has calmed down a little, which is good news. Facing this tee shot at the 8th. I looked a little concerned, but that is absolutely fine for Park. She's putting. makeable as Hyun Kyung continues to ponder selections. She is not in any great hurry, is she, today? Stand on a shot like this, slight hanging lie, elevated green, tough pin position, and that breeze that is swirling. She's made the right decision, got that to grab nicely. She's going to have a very good look at birdie. More predictable when you're trying to get your ball to react the way that you want it to, like Park Hyun Kyung did on 8. Chance to get to 2 under. She's had some really good looks on this front side. Hasn't taken many of them. And that's another disappointing effort. Just doesn't look like she's comfortable hitting them with a little more pace. I know she is a dive putter. She's a very good putter. Statistics would have us. Statistics would agree. Hyun Kyung, looks like that breeze is helping a little off this 9th tee. Okay, gets a nice little kick out of that right rough. Is going to be conducive for the shot shape required for Park Hyun Kyung. Slightly above her feet to a left pin. Just sort of move it back in the stance a little, try and keep it out of that breeze. Just start it sort of in the middle or just the left edge of that back bunker. You can see just have the topography work to your advantage here. Put a little right to left hook spin on it. Popped up on her a little, that needs to go. Of all times for Park Hyun Kyung to find a little positivity with the flat stick. That one goes racing past at 9. This is an important putt for Park Hyun Kyung, just momentum-wise in the round. She's played some solid golf, hasn't taken her chances, and if this doesn't go, she's going to be just stuck in neutral at even par. Yeah, it's more like it. Good solid par saver for Hyun Kyung at 9. Hyun Kyung need to be forcing it down that right side like Hyunju. She could just feather one down this fairway, maybe flight it down, get a little extra run. Conversation and deliberation. Not for the first time today with her caddy. Yeah, sensible, I think. Just going with the longer club, the hybrid. Got a Great swing for dealing with hybrid clubs and fairway woods. Very shallow through impact. Really good shot. Well played from Park. Here's Hyun Kyung after an excellent second shot. That little feathered hybrid club setting up this opportunity. Hyun Kyung also going with driver. Need to keep this one out of that left rough. Changes the dynamic of the hole completely when you're coming out of the fairway. Yeah, that's good. Still dump and run for Hyun Kyung. Don't need to get too fancy with this. Decelerated a little into the back of the ball, and now with work to do. Cut it low or you never get it to the hole. It's just not going to make it. Hyun Kyung knows that. Hit a couple of poor putts in the front nine. Made a great save back at the ninth. This would be another here on 11. Okay. So she's putting well when she has to scramble for par, but she crafts good birdie opportunities. Just that. Breeze picking up a little for Hyun Kyung, but shouldn't bother her too much, you feel. Doesn't quite make it over the ridge, but safely aboard the green at the long par 3 12 is all three members of this opening round featured group. So this putt gonna come up and over a little spine for Park Hyun Kyung, and then it'll be swinging to the right as it makes its journey down towards that back segment of the green. Came off the putter face a little funny. Yeah, I just don't think that was struck very sweetly. So the par putt pressure is going to increase for Park Hyun Kyung. Kyung to save par. Luck finally runs out for Hyun Kyung, who will tumble back to even. Hyun Kyung fall back to even par after that forced error, a little 3-putt. balance there, but you can understand it with that ball sort of slide up slope. Got it back into the short grass. Hyun Kyung, this is where she does some of her best work. You know, little off-speed wedges, soft ones. I think that might work slightly against her favour as that pin's cut just past her on the top of a little ledge, and she is coming downwind. So strike's got to be good. Spin control's got to be decent, but you fancy her setting herself up for a decent birdie opportunity. Right on cue. Wonderful shot. Hyun Kyung trying to steady the ship. Great look at birdie for Park. No. Start line. Start lines have been poor with the short birdie putts. Another frustrating miss for Hyun Kyung will keep her at even par. It's tough when you're having a day like hers. You know, she's hitting good shots, hitting quality shots, and yes, as a golfer, you're always going to feel like you left one or two out there, but she gets back to the clubhouse. If she's not under par, she's going to feel like it's one of those rounds that just got away from her. Struggled to get any sort of momentum. It's an exhausting sort of afternoon at the office. You feel like you're grinding for not much result, and add into that the fact that the pace of play has been pretty poor as well, as we tend to see out here on the KLPGA Tour. Days like this on the golf course, it is not a happy place. It's still a couple of holes to play to try and pick up a few birdies. You get out of position slightly, back to 14 and Hyun Kyung. I can tell you a thing or two about missed putts today. Great shot, really nicely controlled, leaves it on the correct side, so she'll be putting uphill with a chance to be aggressive. For a hat-trick of birdies on this 14th hole, it'd be wonderful for charity, and it'll certainly be wonderful for Park Hyun Kyung, who really hasn't looked too convincing over these sorts of putts this afternoon. Come on, you gotta scare the hole with this one at least, Hyun Kyung. Yeah, nicely done. How about that? 3 birdies on 14 for this group, and finally Park Hyun Kyung has another birdie on her card. Back to 1 under. As we jump back to Hyun Kyung, setting this one up just down the right-hand side, so maybe try and take on that right bunker with a little draw. Try to cut it. Gonna have to really get all of this to clear that track. Oh, she did. Oh, and now it's going to go running on down. Brave line off the tee. And that is going to be just a little flick of a wedge left for her second. Birdie on 14's really put a pep back in that. A soft little one here. Pitch it maybe 2-3 yards short. One big skip and then they toss out an anchor. As much as she would have liked, and unfortunately that takes the slope and it's going to just feed its way towards the back edge of the green. Shows you how rating for Park. And from one park to another, here's Hyun Kyung on 15. reasonably close, but not expecting to make putts of that range with too much frequency. Par will keep her 1 under. Now for Hyun Kyung. Also with driver. Don't want to hit it as far right as No Seung Hui, because then you get tangled up on that side slope in the rough and could make that second shot just a little bit fiddly. Lost this one out to the right, but it should still be okay. No, hangs up in the rough. Just a bit of a squirrely tee shot there for Hyun Kyung. Water's not going to be an issue for Hyun Kyung. As long as she makes solid contact with this, she can play for some release. Easy ball, easy, easy. After just skipping through the back of the green, looks like there's not too much rough behind the ball, so should get a decent quality of strike on this. Always been a great player from around the greens, Park Hyun Kyung. Great touch there, simple little par. That one in nicely, just getting out of the way of Yoo Hyun Jo and her birdie effort upcoming. That breeze starting to pick up a little bit once again for Hyun Kyung. Maybe next to play. Again, she has that sideboard long and right. She wants to use it. Takes a big hop, but it should come back a little. Pretty solid for Park Hyun Kyung, but can that putter convert? Getting 8-time tour winner is for birdie. Kyung up the left, but just stays in that rough. Hyun Kyung, thickish looking line, that left rough, but manages to get it up there into the layup area nicely. Thankfully, not too much deliberating between Park Hyun Kyung and her caddy. Of course, as I say that, she pulls out that yardage book for one more confirmation of the number. She should know that this green pitches fairly severely from back to front, so definitely got to cover the full number. As you see what happens if you come up just a little short here. It spins off the front of the green. Looks like there's just a little breeze into her face as well, so got to ensure you get it all the way back there. Oh, almost in for Park Hyun Kyung. What a beautiful shot that was.